welcome to another episode of The Geekly Show. We are here with Charlie and Carly, hosts of Weird But True. You probably know Charlie from seasons 1 and 2, and Carly is a new host for season 3. This comes to Disney Plus this Friday, August 14th. You guys do not want to miss it. All right, Lori, you want to go first?
Yes. How did you get your jobs as hosts for Weird But True?
Wow, that's a big question. How do we get our jobs? Well, I created another television show for NatGeo called Nature Boom Time, and they really liked that one. So then they came to me and asked if I wanted to make a bigger show, and I said, sure. And so that's how I got my job. Carly, how did you get your job?
Well, Charlie and his sister hosted the first 2 seasons of the show together, and then for season 3 his sister Kirby wanted to move on to other projects, so they were looking for another host, and I do a lot of hosting, and so they found me, and I came in and got to meet Charlie and read some of the script with him and learn about the show. And I was like, wait, this show is all of my favorite things. It's research, it's meeting people, it's dressing up in costumes and pretending to be different characters and making arts and crafts. I was like, sign me up. I will do that. I love that. Okay, go ahead.
I'm an arts and craftsy myself.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Have you ever learned anything that you didn't know while filming?
Oh, yeah. Every single episode. I think 90% of the stuff in the show is stuff we didn't know before we filmed. And everything we do in the show is usually stuff we've never done before, which I think makes it really fun to watch. It's all a new experience.
Yeah, I didn't know how to scuba dive before I made this show, and now I'm a certified scuba diver. So probably the biggest new thing that I learned. But even down to small things like scorpions fluoresce under UV light. They glow in the dark. I didn't know that until we went into the forest in the dark looking for scorpions, and we were shining lights on them and they were glowing in the dark, like glowing green. It's really wild. Yeah. You'll see.
Carly learned how to drive a steam engine train on the show too. So now Carly can conduct trains, which is crazy.
So cool. It's true.
You're up. Okay. What can fans expect from season 3?
Oh man, if fans have seen season 1 and 2, in season 3 we do all new topics, all new things. We talk about just a couple dinosaurs. We have an episode about farming, national parks, scuba diving. We talk about solar systems. And I mean, if you guys know Weird But True, you know we do a lot of different crafts. The crafts are even bigger and even brighter, and all of the field trips we go on are a little bit more extreme this time around. Carly, what do you think? What are the things everyone should look forward to the most?
I would just add that you can look forward to like really, really big adventures, like the size of a volcano in Hawaii, and also really small adventures, like all the magic that can happen just in your own backyard. So there's something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the craziest Weird But True fact you learned while doing the show?
Craziest Weird But True fact. Oh man, there's so many in every episode. I think the craziest one that I remember is in our cooking episode, we were learning about different ways that you can cook. And we learned that you can cook by burying things underground and heating them up with the sunlight. But I think the weirdest one is somebody found out how to cook an entire Thanksgiving dinner in the dishwasher, which I thought was pretty wild. You can cook using the dishwasher. So there you go.
Entire Thanksgiving feast.
The whole feast, turkey and everything, right in the dishwasher.
I guess I have no excuse now not to like make Thanksgiving dinner at home.
Yeah, just throw it in the dishwasher. It's that simple.
I'm telling you, glow in the dark scorpions is my favorite. That is just that's just wild to me. What even is that? I love that.
I can't wait to watch that episode now.
I know. That sounds like a little creepy to me. I don't.
Really? Did you like my
All right,
scared cat face?
Lori, go ahead. You're next.
What episode do you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Ooh, Carly, you want to go?
Well, Charlie, I think you tell your answer, because I also agree with this one. You got to give your classic top choice for this.
All right,
it's
we
so
have
good, but I'm
we
gonna
have
agree.
we have two episodes that season 4 we definitely want to do. One's going to be surprising to you guys, I think, and one's going to be expected. The surprising one is we really want to do an episode about sewers. So where you figure out, like, when things go down the drain, where do they go? Have you ever dropped something down the drain? What happens? How is our toilet connected to the ocean? And what happens in between? And we want to get inside of a sewer and walk around and like play hide and seek in a sewer underneath a city. That's one of the things we want to do. But the second one is
I'm so excited for that.
I think Carly and I both want to do a musical episode, which I'm sure Carly can talk about a little bit more.
Yeah, I want us to do a musical episode. So the whole episode is a musical, but then we're also learning about music. And the thing I love about the show is we take a topic and we explore it so many different ways. So like I envision us singing through the whole episode, but then we're also like taking apart instruments and seeing like we're like inside a piano and inside a guitar. And I think it could be really, really incredible. But the challenge of composing music for an entire episode is the kind of challenge that makes me real excited.
That sounds so cool. You can never go wrong with a musical episode like that. Those are my kids' favorite.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We were just before you guys came on talking about music.
Yeah,
So.
I played the drums.
You play the drums? That's awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
All right, go ahead.
What episode was your favorite to film?
My favorite episode to film. Carly, I know what yours is. You can go while I think about mine.
Yeah. My favorite was the scuba diving episode because, like I said, I had never been scuba diving before. Charlie's been scuba diving for years. It's like just his old favorite thing to do. But for me, it was brand new. And I was super, super nervous. And we actually keep that in the episode. Like you see me, the real Carly, being actually really nervous. And then Carly, the character, is also nervous. So they took that from my real life. And no spoilers, but like something really intense happens underwater during that episode. That is the kind of thing that like, it was like kind of a little bit of a life-changing experience for me. But making television underwater is crazy because you can't talk to each other. So we're like making hand signals and like if somebody needed me to like change my positioning, I'd have to like swim away, turn around, swim back, and I was just still learning how to control my body underwater. So it was like it was hard for me just to do the thing, let alone do the thing to try to like set up a shot and be on camera. So I'm super excited for kids to see us swimming underwater with 14-foot wingspan manta rays, and for like some high stakes, like real life stuff. It was really cool.
I think that was the best part of that episode too. That might have been my favorite is for the field portion, we wanted to do the most extreme scuba diving thing that we could possibly think of. So we went scuba diving in the middle of the night when it was pitch black, and we had these giant lights that shined up, and these huge manta rays that were like 12 feet across would come and swoop down right over you. And we got this far away. But that was Carly's, I think, third dive ever, was diving in the middle of the night with these giant animals. It was absolutely wild, and she did a great job. So that was very fun to watch.
And I like so much that it shows you that like you can try something new that you're actually afraid of and have an amazing experience. And now I'm obsessed with scuba diving. I'm like, when can I go scuba diving again? But like the whole like lead up to it and the preparation, I just remember like being like, Charlie, I don't know if I can do this, man. Like, what do we do if I can't do this? Do we cancel the episode? Like, how does it work if I can't do it? But I did it. So
Just like me and Mom, we
Snorkeling.
were scared with snorkeling, and then we just loved it.
Yeah. The first like 10 minutes was like, I can't breathe. Like you don't know how to breathe out of the snorkel.
I'm not supposed to be doing this. This shouldn't be working, but it is.
I'm afraid of
I just
snorkeling.
loved it straight away.
Are you?
Yes. I would go on like trips with friends and they'd be like, we're going in the water, we're snorkeling. I'd be like, no, thanks. And then Charlie's like, you're going to learn how to scuba dive. And I was like, okay. We'll do it.
I got it.
This is my blueberry water.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. You got too scared, but I think you'll try it again and you'll like it. Okay.
No way.
That was me.
Dad.
That was me scuba diving, but I did it. I promise you, you can do it. With preparation and support of other people that have done it before, who you can believe them when they say it's going to be great. I bet you can do it. But take your time, all on your own time. But I bet you can do it.
That's easy.
It'll be worth it.
You're older than me. I'm only 7.
Yeah,
I think that's a great lesson too for kids to learn how to overcome their fears. Because I know this one is scared of snorkeling. I've only been scuba diving once. Like we were able to go on my honeymoon with my husband, and it was such an awesome experience. But yeah, I remember being really timid about like totally just submerging and then being able to take that first breath like underwater. It was crazy. All right, go ahead, Ciarra.
Yeah.
What is the coolest place that you visited while filming?
Ooh, coolest place we visited while filming. Gosh, we've been to so many cool places over the course of the show. I think my top 3 are climbing giant sequoias in California. So we climbed to the top of 300-foot trees, which was wild. The second one was diving with sharks in Florida. So we jumped off a boat and we're scuba diving amongst like 15 bull sharks, which were absolutely giant. And the third one was in season 2, we went to the quietest room in the entire world and they locked us in there for an hour. And I started seeing fireworks in my eyes and hearing like things crackling around me. I started hallucinating in the quietest room in the world, which was absolutely crazy. Those are the top 3 for me. But Carly, what was your favorite this season?
Yeah, so for this season, I mean, scuba diving in Hawaii was outrageous. And then we took another trip to Hawaii where we hiked through these lava fields around a volcano, and we were underground. This is another thing that I'm afraid of, is being underground in small places. And Charlie's like, there's a small place underground and we're going to go in there. So I'm telling you, you can snorkel, you can do anything, even if you're afraid, even if you're an adult, you can do the things you're afraid of. So the 2 Hawaii trips were incredible. And I just want to shout out Arizona. We took 2 trips to Arizona for 2 different episodes, but for our camping episode, we went into the desert. And, you know, I've seen cacti in my life before, but I've never quite seen like so many. Like I'm used to like, maybe I'm in California or someplace in the South where there's like 1 cactus, but we were in these mountains where it was just like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of like the cacti you would see in a cartoon. It didn't even seem real. And then when the sun would set, you'd see like the outline of the mountains and the outline of just like all these little spiky cacti. And that, it's funny, as we were going to all these different places, I was like, well, I'm going to go back there. I'm going to go back there. I'm going to go back there. And we haven't obviously been able to go anywhere because of shelter in place. But I'm really excited to go back to Arizona and see the cacti again, to be among the cacti.
That's awesome. We also, their dad or my husband is from Arizona. So if you go back, then you should also visit Page, Arizona, which is where Horseshoe Bend is. I don't know if you've heard of that, in Lake Powell. So if you get a chance, there's some pretty awesome things there.
Ooh, that'd be super pretty for sure.
I would like us to do some horseback riding for season 4. Charlie,
We'll write it in there. We'll add it to the list.
Yes, Charlie.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. You get to play some pretty funny characters in the show. Who's been your favorite?
Oh, your favorite. I think I don't know why. I get to dress up as I get to put on a lot of wigs and dress up as ladies a lot, and I really enjoy that because I love goofing around in the show and having as much fun as we can. And those are the moments where it's like all bets are off and we're just trying to have a fun time. So anytime you can put me in a dress and put me in a long wig, I'm usually having a lot of fun. So I think I play this character, Miss Prissy, who is like a really proper English lady who is also an author and writes books about how to be prim and proper. And I love anytime I get to play Miss Prissy. I think that's my favorite character.
Yeah, and I'm sort of like, I get to wear a lot of like felt mustaches and like huge beards, and I played a lot of characters from history, and I give a speech. I'm always given a speech. Like I gave a
That's
speech
true.
as Teddy Roosevelt. I give a speech as JFK. I got to play Steve Irwin, which was really fun. So a lot of like a lot of fun dialects and different character voices. That's one of the most fun parts of the show, is being able to play all the different characters. Oh, I play a tree frog, right? No.
Yeah. Poison dart frog.
Yeah. A poison dart frog. That's how I thought that the poison dart frog would talk. So that's what I did.
That's awesome. Well, I know that we're running short on time, but I know that Ivy has a question she's been dying to ask, so I will let her.
Did any
finish
funny
that.
bloopers happen on set?
Any bloopers? Hundreds of bloopers. We screw up all the time.
Funny.
Well,
Funny
well, they're all funny, I'm sure.
I don't know. What do you think the funniest bloopers that we had on set, Carly? Was when we were trying to eat those bugs?
I think it was trying to eat the bugs is probably top 10 blooper moments.
During the cooking episode, we did this segment.
We had to eat.
Go ahead. You got it, Carly. Go ahead.
We had to eat these bugs that were like this big.
They're huge. They're so big.
So we had them like laid out. We put like salt and pepper and the hot sauce on it to try to make it taste good. But we would do the take and like bite the head off the bug, and we're like smiling and smiling and smiling. And then the second they call cut, both of us are like knocking each other out of the way to get to the trash can to spit it out.
And we had to do it like
so
3
that
or 4
was
times.
really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also just know that Charlie and I get like the tickle fits a lot. Like if something happens either right before, like if we're talking about something and we start making each other laugh and then we have to work, we just like can't get it together. Like I remember we had to make an entrance at the Mars habitat and the two of us were just talking about something really silly and really stupid. And we came through the door and both of us were like, we have to do it again. So, making each other laugh is just like assumed to be like a part of everyday shooting where we'd have to just try to calm down.
Well, thank you guys both so much for taking the time to sit down with us, and make sure that you check out Weird But True on Disney Plus, especially since with this whole virtual learning, this will be a great addition to homeschooling and to show you just how weird and cool the world can be.